Welcome to the Faster, Easier, Better show. This podcast is short, fun, and jam-packed with good ideas that you can start using right away.
Welcome to another episode. I'm your co-host, Ellen Goodwin, along with my co-host...
Liberty Bibberty.
Liberty Bibberty.
Remember
First
that
of all,
commercial?
I do
can't
not.
get anything right. Does
Well-
Liberty Mutual have to be in the commercial? Yes, it does.
Well, Leah's back. So,
And we're
today-
talking about failures. There it
Failure.
is. You waited
Failure.
to bring me back for failures.
I brought you back for failure.
Should
Yeah.
I read into that anything?
No, don't. Don't read anything into that. No.
Okay, good to know.
Now, today I wanted to talk about lessons we can learn from past failures, because a lot of people are afraid of failure. And the thing is, failure is rich with data points for us to learn from. It's a great way to see, obviously, what we did wrong and to learn from that.
Oh, is that a cue for me? Because I just failed again. Dang it. Another lesson.
And what
Look
lesson
for
did you learn?
cues and then speak. Okay. No, I agree. As far as, when you do something and you realize, boy, that was a waste of time, that's when you should make note of it. In fact, I have a things not to do list, which is things that I did that were a complete waste of time. And if you eliminate those and really go even deeper, why did I agree to do that? Was I just trying to be a nice guy? Did they pressure me into it? Did I misread the situation? Whatever it is, there's some underlying reason. So you don't just, I don't want to do that again. But know why you did it and why you shouldn't do it. Man, that's a powerful tool to move forward and know this is what is best for me and this is what I need to avoid.
Absolutely. I mean, that encapsulates all of it. What did I do and why did it fail? I mean, I think about, I did a launch of an online program once and it failed miserably. All the time and effort I put into building the program and what I thought was a good job promoting it and, all of that stuff. And it failed miserably. But it wasn't actually a failure. Once I got over my feeling of like, wow, I don't know how to do anything. And then looked at all the parts, and actually I ended up talking with someone who does online programs and knew what was wrong and could point at the things that I just didn't know and had royally goofed up on. And that's what's all great data points that I could use the next time.
Well, they say, the only two constants in life are death and taxes. And I would add failure to that. So it's coming. And, how you're going to respond and react to it is really important, because what is Einstein, keep doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different outcome or result is insanity.
Right.
And so as you fail, you learn from it. I know, I know, Lee, I've heard that a million times. But the truth is, we don't. We think we do, but then you realize, dang it, I'm doing that again. Yeah. And I'm really talking about failure in the sense of how you spent your time. Efficiency is about doing the right things at the right time, but it's also about doing them the right way. And so sometimes failure is just, I did it, but I know there's got to be a better way to do it. So failure could just be looking at how it didn't go as well. Maybe it's not a failure, but it didn't go as well as you thought it would. How can if I have to keep doing this, how can I do it better? Is something that constantly challenging yourself. I have a friend who has a job where he can't fail. It's so easy. It's just a no-brainer. And he hates his life. He hates it. Can't stand it. We love challenges.
We do.
We rise to the challenge. So, to think, well, I want to get to a place where I'm never failing is actually boring. And
Exactly.
You're not growing. You're not getting any better. So I'm not saying bring on the challenges, bring on the failures, but I am saying that, everything is how you look at it. And if you look at it as a chance to say, hey, I'm going to be a better person at the end of this. I mean, how many people have looked at something and said, boy, that was the worst thing that could have possibly happened. I'd been afraid about it for years and years and years, and then it happened. And I realized, it's the best thing that ever could have happened to me. I hear that all the time from people.
Yeah, we just don't know it at the time.
Right. And so I just think if you're not a journaler, I think you should just. No, I'm not saying you should start, but being a journaler, I know Matthew McConaughey's new book is basically all of his old journals, and he said, I've just been trying for 50 years to figure out what's best for me and how to make my life work. And then he just shared that and wrote a best-selling book. Damn him! He never fails. But journaling is the best way to reflect on what's happening and look for ways to improve it.
Yeah. And I think a lot of times when we have failures, it's lack of planning. I know a lot of mine are where I didn't think it all through and plan accordingly. And I know planning can end up being a kind of procrastination, but it can be the thing that saves you too. And planning and pulling on those data points that you learned before. But failure, we're going to have it. I mean, think about a kid, like a baby on the cusp of becoming a toddler, that starting to walk. And there has never been in the history of the world a kid who's learning to walk, who falls down and just goes, yeah, I'm just going to stay here. That whole walking thing, not for me.
Wait, I think I saw that on TikTok. Kid just laid there. No?
Oh, really? Is he still laying there?
Yeah. Well, at least on the TikTok video.
But yes, failure, we have to learn from it. As much as failure hurts, it is how we grow. And it is how we learn to do things better. So, I know this sounds weird. Get out there and fail. But also remember to like and review and be back again next week for another episode.